The gambler's fallacy. Gosh.
Guys, I hear something. Are there two?
Yeah.
Why have you done this? Is there another way out?
No.
There's one way in and out.
There's one way in and out.
Hey everyone, welcome to the first devlog for our new game, HostageHub. HostageHub is still very early in development, but we feel like it's at a good spot where we can start getting feedback from you guys. We just released our first playtest on Steam, so if you guys want to check that out, stay tuned till the end of the video for more information on that. Just to warn you guys, this is a playtest and not a demo, so don't get your hopes up too high. There's a lot of mechanics and features we still want to add, and it's still a bit janky and broken in some spots.
Whoa!
What?
What was that?
What was what?
Aaron, you were big for a second.
I got big?
But you know what? That's exactly what playtesting's for. So just bear with us and hopefully you'll get a fun experience in return. HostageHub is a co-op, FPS, PvE, wave-based hostage rescue game where the difficulty of each rescue scales up round after round. Think of it as a type of capture the flag game, except the flag is this guy, and you're trying to get this guy in the back of your unmarked moving van in exchange for cash. Meanwhile, you've got various enemy types trying to keep you from rescuing the hostage. There's more to it than just that, but we'll cover that in a second. Something about playing multiplayer, I don't know if it's because I grew up with brothers and we were always playing PS2 games together, or Wii games together, but we wanted to make a game where it captures that magic of playing with your friends or your siblings, not being too invested in what you're doing, not being too competitive, just something to have fun.
Yeah, but I got another son.
Because of that, we knew we had to make our game co-op. We had this intention from the very beginning of development, but this goal is by far the most difficult part of making this game become a reality. Me talking about this feels like stolen valor because I wasn't the one that worked on the netcode, that was my brother, but he worked countless hours on this and it's finally at a spot where we feel comfortable letting you guys try it out. I know we've had a blast playtesting this game so far and we're hoping that you guys have a similar experience. Something that me and my friends really liked to do back in the day when we were into Counterstrike Source was we made up our own game mode where we would all stack on one team, trying to rescue the hostage from the opposing team, which was entirely made up of bots set on the hardest difficulty. Every round that we successfully rescued the hostage, we would add one more bot, and we would do this until it was impossible to win. We had tons of fun doing that, just spending hours together screaming and yelling and just having a blast. And we thought that that was a pretty unique premise. We never played a game quite like that, and we wanted to turn that into a game that we would want to play. The gears started turning, we started having discussions on how we would start to make something like that, and eventually we decided just to go for it. Me and my brother, we hopped on the Unreal Engine, just having no idea what to do, and jumped right in. So my brother and I have been working on this game for, almost 3 years now. Development has been slow but steady, mostly because we had no idea what we were doing when we started, and we still don't totally know what we're doing now. We still very much feel like beginners in this, and there's still so much for us to learn. So in terms of development, I am terrible at programming. I tried it in college, I despised it, it despised me. Because of that, I volunteered to be the level design and 3D assets guy. I'd never touched Blender in my life, so I thought I'd, just give it a shot. There's tons of tutorials out there, it's free software. How bad could it be? As it turns out, it's really not that bad. Admittedly, I'm no expert, but we were wanting to go for a simple, low-poly look for our game anyway. I'm still learning, and UV unwrapping is still the bane of my existence, but it's really been a fun process so far. Dare I say, even more fun than getting the netcode to work. All jokes aside, big props to my brother for sticking out his computer science degree, because this project could not have happened without him. So like I mentioned before, HostageHub is a wave-based hostage rescue game, but I want to talk a little bit more about some of the fun mechanics that we've been working on. And the first mechanic I want to talk about is piggyback riding.
Looks so funny.
So there's not really much to explain. You can give each other piggyback rides. When you do so, you get like a little damage bonus and extra points, but it's really just there because it's fun. It doesn't really serve any kind of like real practical use, but these are the sorts of mechanics that we want to emphasize in our game. Some of the most fun we've had playtesting is just goofing around with this feature, just throwing each other around, chucking each other into enemies, off cliffs. I don't know, it's just fun. You guys can try it out, see what you think. You might think it's dumb, but we like it, so we're keeping it. The other mechanic I want to talk about real quick is movement. My brother coded up a pretty sweet slide mechanic that gives you a boost when used mid-air after a jump. It adds a lot to the overall snappiness of the game, but it also has some really important use cases. Now, something that my brothers and I have always loved are good old-fashioned horror games. Games like Amnesia, Outlast, Alien Isolation, where you have to use stealth instead of bullets to get past the enemy. While designing this level, I also designed a new enemy type that sort of scratches that itch. On top of fighting the regular enemies, you now have to watch out for Goob.
Alright, I'm making a break for it. Actually, no, never mind, that's fine.
Now, Goob hates a few things. He hates bright lights, loud noises, and, well, he hates you.
Am I the only one alive? Yeah. Oh, you guys. Wait, this room's a dead end. Oh, hold on. No. I don't think I have a... Oh! I was gonna say, I don't think I have a choice at this point.
HostageHub is currently available to playtest on Steam for anyone who wants to try it out. All you have to do is click Request Access where it says Join the HostageHub playtest on our Steam page. Also, even though this is a playtest, you can still play online since it's going through Steam servers, so if any of you guys want to hop in and try it out with your friends, that option is available. We'd also love your guys' feedback. If you love it, hate it, have any kinds of recommendations, bug reports, whatever, we want to hear it. You can do so by dropping a post on our Steam discussion board. Also, be sure to wishlist this game if you haven't already. It really helps us out a lot. Lastly, remember to like and subscribe if you're interested in following this project. And I hope to see you all next time. Thanks.